That technical beat of it, but of course, it's still another interesting moment, but it happens every time. You know, it's live and things do go. But of course, let's look at how things still were going on. Big League is what I was talking about, and a couple of actions still meant that, of course, games took charge. Match day 6 was what, of course, you were talking about, and out of that, you did also see games that came. Some teams are in the match day 5, and some teams in that is the match day 6, but of course it was the match day 6 in all aspects. Now, of course, you did see, just like I was telling you, Maroons Football Club played against the Luweero United, who are new entrants in this big league. Of course, probably they had a very nice play in that is the 2019-20 season, and 2021 is their time that they got themselves into the big league, and big league is where they are doing, and they are trying to have a level best to see that they really need to maintain themselves into the league, but it was a very big one. Now, Maroons Football Club got an early goal that came in by the name, the boy by the names of Nsubuga, of course, Bronson Nsubuga. That shot, some people call him like, of course, he looks like Adama Traore. All his acts are like Adama Traore. Very many call him like that, but of course he plays for Maroons this time round. He is the man who, of course, scored that first goal in there. Was trying to follow Ken Fred. He was telling me this is the time that, of course, he really needs to. But, of course, it was an outstanding play for the teams in there. Everything meant very, very big for these two teams. And they tried their level best. Now, if you look at the team of Luweero, they got an equalizer, made sure that things really went their way. And it was another interesting one for them to see that they get matters level at their own home ground at Luweero, at Kosovo. And that's where they played. But of course, leaving that there now, you also did see some games that came through in this big league. You did see teams like Chetume also had a 1-1 all draw against Blacks Power. Blacks Power has been one of the big teams, probably one would say very tough, that they are good to go. If you look at their game at Greenlight Stadium against Calvary Football Club, look at their game at the first win that they got at Mida. And then, of course, they also had a very, very big game in Lira where they kept playing against Prolite. Remember, this is a team that has been in Bukedia, and from there it has been shifted to play their games in Lira, where, of course, all actions is in Lira at Akibwa Stadium. Now, they had a very big one, 1-1 all draw against Chetume. Chetume has been a very big team that, of course, even it reached a moment everyone thought that they would be leading the table to make sure that things happen. So Chetume Football Club could not get that win at home, at their own home ground against Blacks Power. And then, of course, Chitara Football Club played against Kataka. Remember, Kataka is also another big one. It was really a less or shallow goal in yesterday's game. It was again full of draws, and you did see also the team Chitara having 1-1 against Kataka. Kataka leads the table, and Chitara are also so close trying to push in there. I'll be giving you the table standings on how these two teams, or how these teams are doing in the big league. And then, of course, Maida Football Club played against Proline. You did see an early goal that came in from the Proline team, and the Proline team got a goal. Then later on, of course, Mida Football Club made an equalizer through the man by the names of course, Serunkuma, who has been one of the big names, of course, into that team. I've told you, Mida Football Club or Mida Football Club or Malaba Youth Development Association has a very big team of players who are a lot of veterans. You have the Kaizis, you have the Ochans, you have the Mutiabas, you have Serunkumas, you have Sentongos, all in that team trying so much in there. So veteran players are so much congested, but not doing very good for Mida Football Club, if I'm not mistaken, because the way Mida is, or where Malaba Youth Development Association Football Club is not where you could be expecting them to be, but they are still trying so much to see that they really need to push very hard, and they are really, really, really low, below the par, and that's where very many will be. But not for anything, because they had a reason. One, they wanted to sell this team. One, it had management issues. It went into crisis, and that crisis caused them a lot, where they lost a lot of team players, the players who have been there, the Ibrahim Simbes who have been phenomenal. Remember when they were in the Uganda Premier League, after them dropping from Uganda Premier League to Big League, the management became disorganized, and then they reached a time when they lost their coach, the coach who was with them some time back. You saw him when he died. It was also something that came in there. The players could not now have the best, of course, engagement with the coaches. But it is one thing that is happening, and Mida Football Club really are trying much to see that they survive. What if this does not go their way? It's just merely 6 games played. You still have more games to play because there are 11 teams that you're supposed to play. That means you still have more teams, more games to play. That means playing more games gives you more chances to see whether you qualify or no. And now teams are still battling win for the red. I always keep saying the first round is in FIFA Big League determines whether you are going to be qualifying to the next level, and that is where you are going to be seeing clubs. So the clubs that keep it very well in the top tier in the big league in the first round will always have an upper hand of seeing that they go and win their games in the next games. But leaving that there, the game ended 3-2, and in that game someone was asking in a certain platform that in Mida, when they play a game at that King George Stadium, is there no way that someone can miss a penalty? It's a very big question that in there, but of course I just kept laughing because it's one thing. If fouls are not committed, then why should there be a penalty given? So just know, maybe there was something that happened, and that's the reason why probably that was awarded. Now, leaving that there, Nyamitio Bora also did play against Calvary Football Club, and Calvary is a West Nile-based entity where, of course, they had in there. Now, amidst all what Calvary did, they took it very early to see that they got themselves at Mbarara, a cold Mbarara. Well, of course, they went there and had a 1-week training session, had acclimatized to the environment, but they couldn't still pull out that win. Now, it brings us back to that way that West Nile teams always, when Kacheka Stadium, when it rains, you'll always have it very difficult for West Nile teams to win at Kacheka Stadium. Yesterday, when we were discussing with Oscar, the Brazilian here, we did say, when it rains, probably Calvary shouldn't expect a win. That was what Oscar said yesterday. Now, indeed, yesterday the Calvary game started late, or the Nyamitio Bora Calvary game started late, and amidst all the challenges that Nyamitio Bora is facing, remember, they had issues, crisis of some players who are not really united. There are no fundings that are coming, and these players have resorted to only be coming for match days and all this. Amidst all this, they still managed to beat Calvary by 2-0, and that is where, of course, it is. So, according to the reports, Calvary Football Club is already on their way back to Rua. They said yesterday, probably they are back to Midigo, getting ready for the games that are coming, of course, this Sunday, where you will be seeing they will be having a very big game also. A game against Proline, they have a game against Chitara. All these games will be at Greenlight Stadium. So every other names will probably also be looking forward to see what can they do here, because this is where they are. But of course, they have played 5 games now, and they have 5 points. It gives you a very big one. And that was the last game yesterday that was played right there. Now let's leave that there and look at the table standings of the FIFA Big League, how exactly it is doing. Kataka Football Club leads the table with, of course, 11 points, and then you have Proline Football Club, who of course are doing very well at number 2 with 10 points, and then Maroons Football Club at number 3 with 9 points. I did see a lot of things coming in there. The players trying to do, of course, a lot to see that they really need to get back into the Uganda Premier League. I'm talking about Maroons and the Proline Football Club. Remember, this time round is 3 teams that will be qualifying. So the top 3 will always qualify automatic to the Uganda Premier League. But of course, for those who will be in the danger zone, will have to drop, and 4 teams will probably also be dropped. 3 teams will be dropped in there. So we will be seeing in there. Now, fourth is Black's Power with 8 points, and then Chetume at number 5 with 8 points, and Chitara with at number 6, 8 points, Ndeje 7 points at 7, and then Nyamitio Bora at number 8 with 6 points, Calvary at number 9 with 5 points, and Mida, and not forgetting Luero, Mida, and Calvary are in the danger zone. I'm talking about the red zone, where probably they could be relegated in case the game ends right now, or if the big league is really called off right now. That's where the table standing would be like. So you will want to see how exactly things happen and why probably these things have happened. These are some of the reasons why probably very many will be asking. But of course, couple of games that will be coming through, and that is the big league, and we'll be waiting to see how these teams, whether they can rejuvenate themselves back. Talk about teams like Luguero United, talk about Malaba Youth Development Association and Calvary, whether they can still push it there. Though the gap difference is not big, because any win for any of these teams will push them to the forward play. So it means very big for these three teams that are in the relegation zone, and they really need to do more to see that they get themselves if they want to qualify this very season. Now, leaving that there, let's cross over to that is the Uganda Premier League. And in Uganda Premier League, a couple of games that will also be coming before we will be taking that break to make sure we get into the international stories and see what exactly comes through your way. Now, a couple of games are coming right on card today, and that is the Uganda Premier League. And that Uganda Premier League, you will be seeing that fixtures are already getting in there. Teams are already getting ways. One of them is the big game that is coming for, that is the team. Another West Nile entity has traveled to, by the way, another West Nile entity has traveled to Mbarara. Yeah. When I talk about Mbarara, I'm talking about where they will also still go and play at Kacheka Stadium. Remember, yesterday it is a waterlogged area, and it was raining really very much, so the field was not okay. Can they pull up something is what we will want to see that side, where, of course, the team of, these teams have gone in there. Okay, I mean, West Nile team, I'm talking about Nduparaka will be the one play against Mbarara, but Arua Hill has a game right today. If my producer can give you some of the fixtures that, of course, have made headlines today, you will see that Bright Stars will be taking on Arua Hill Sports Club, and then, of course, Gaddafi Football Club welcomes, of course, the team of Villa, and then Kampala City Council will be taking on Police Football Club, and Toro United welcomes Bull Football Club. Let's look at that very game. If you look at the team of Bright Stars, probably this will be their first meeting also with the team of Arua Hill Sports Club. On our screen there, all the games will be starting at 3, yeah, at 3 p.m. This is match day, of course, all the match day 10 in this Uganda Premier League, and it's the FIFA Big League that, I mean, the FIFA Uganda Premier League that comes right there with the very, very, very many actions on card. So Bright Stars, the game will be at exactly 3, and out of that you will also want to see that teams, what exactly is going to be in Arua Hill. There are 2 players who are not into the camp of Arua Hill Sports Club. One of them is Vuni Bright, and then the other is Alfred Leko. Remember, these 2 players have been summoned into the national team of Uganda, and these 2 went to play for Uganda in Tanzania. Now, just giving you a hint on these 2 players. Vuni scored that last goal for Uganda yesterday, and it was a 2-0 against Tanzania. Where, of course, remember, Uganda has been called in for a friendly, just for friendly by Tanzania, and this is one thing that meant very big for this team. So Uganda is playing after their game. Vunia had to score. Then the goal that also, the first goal that came in there was, at least there was a contribution from Alfred Leko, who also made sure that the team got their notes very well. So it is one of the biggest things probably you could be seeing, but it doesn't mean that Arua Hill don't have more players. They still have. Now, this is where I want to see. Without Alfred Leko, can they still score more goals? Because most of the times when Leko is not into the team, Arua Hill Sports Club rarely gets those goals. He's bully up front, he's a typical number 9, and he tries himself very, very much to work hard. The work rate up front or in the final third is always amplified by Alfred Leko. So this time round he's not there. What about the back line? Could this give also chance to now names like, probably we could be seeing a partnership of Toha Rashid and Muhammad? Or are we seeing Toha Rashid and the man Meng? Okay, people love calling him Meng, Maganazi. Are we seeing that partnership is one thing that we are going to be seeing right there for the team. Remember, their last game was against Bright Star. Bright Star was against UPDF. They had not had a very good run because they lost the game by 2-1. But Arua Hill had a very good run against Toro United. 3-1 was their previous game, which of course was at Bright River Stadium, and they had a very good run against Toro United after, of course, having a big one, after having that drought of not winning against, of course, KCCA, Gaddafi, and it was really a very, very challenging one for that is Arua Hill Sports Club. So now they have gone all blazing, and the boys are fully focused according to the reports coming in from the media, or the Arua Hill Sports Club media. The boys are very ready to see that they push it to the next level. What can they do? Because if you look at the table standings, it's not just by mistake. Yeah, it's not just by mistake that this team is going. They are at number 7. Remember, their home game, so their fans very, very much, and not only the fans, they are same teammates and other people making a lot. And there was bull roasting at Barifa Stadium on that match day when they played against Toro United. And then, of course, they have also a very big news that is about the bus that Arua Hill Sports Club is coming up with. Now, they have a bus that is coming probably. Are we seeing the bus anyway coming back with the same team? Because the bus is ready in Uganda, and it is just waiting after that serious branding with, of course, I love the front, so personal. You know, it is a very big one. And, of course, a branded car with the leopard, meaning, of course, the Congolo team is right there. So everyone will be asking how exactly will they do this and what exactly do they have to see out of this game. If they win this game, are we seeing them have another upper hand in there? Because they have 13 points. If they win, they go to 16 ahead of Express. And, of course, maybe at number 5 with Wakiso Giants, it's another good one. But Bright Stars is battling for relegation at number 14 with only 5 points. They have not got any match win in there. So they have only played 8 and, of course, won once, drawn twice. That gives them an upper hand of seeing what exactly they really need to do. So Arua Hill going in this game, they are going much rejuvenated. They are going with a lot of confidence. They have everything it takes to make sure that they win this game. But, of course, Bright Star, on a bad day, I keep saying, on a bad day, a madman can stone at you. Yeah? On a bad day, a madman can pick a stone and throws at you. So it gives this much time to see that you really need to put a lot in this game. But according to the reports coming in from the press conference and the coach Sadiq Sempiji, assistant coach, of course, or the coach, and because Mbabazi is more so of a manager, they always call him manager Mbabazi. The reports say that they are not going to be taking this game very lightly, because it's one of the big games that they need to do, and they are looking forward to see that they really need to put all what it takes, put the guns blazing, and come in there. We'll be giving you updates of all what exactly these games will be like. But of course, it is still another big one. I will still request my producer to display for me that game again, the fixtures, and I give you or pick one of the games that you will want to love to watch, because it is also another interesting one coming right there. Now, if you look at Kampala City Council and Police is another game I'm talking about. This is a game probably you're looking into. Police have just got a new marketing director. Yeah, a new marketing director. New marketing director means they have everything. And according to the reports, the new marketing director said any player who scores against KCCA, any player, you get me? Any player who scores, I think has 2 million that will be given. Any player in this very game today, this KCCA fixture today, any of the player who scores will have some token being given. Then any goalkeeper who saves goals will have 200,000 for each save. That is what the new marketing manager is trying to bring in right there. So it gives them all the efforts to see that if I'm going into this game, what should I put? What is that I need? That is coming in there. But of course, KCCA will be meeting Police yet again for another time. And remember, KCCA had a 2-2. KCCA had a 2-2 draw against Vipers, and Police had a 2-2 draw against Gaddafi. These are the two teams that are coming in there. That's how, of course, the two teams previously played, and we'll be waiting to see how this makes headlines. But of course, when I come back, I want to give you, yesterday, Western TV, Whistle Time discussed about an issue. One of them was the issue, do referees do these things, mistakes, purposely or intensive? Of course, do they intend to do it or no? And we cautioned and still talked much about what can the federation do about this. The videos moved viral, and this time round, what has happened in that is green light is what I will just be talking about a little later on before we cross over to international stories. But of course, the referee, the player who had a kick on the man Yakini Rashid has been charged. And what are the charges is what we will be coming next to give you. And at the same time, I want to say, don't stop betting with BET Bets. Yeah, BET Tips. And just go www.betips.win. And of course, you become an instant winner. Win instantly, bet instantly, and you'll be one of the millionaires in this very country of Uganda. And I want to say, West Nile TV is also on the app. If you are watching on the dish and you feel you're going somewhere, on the decoder you're watching on the screen, you can also watch West Nile TV on your phone. Yes, just get your mobile phone, go to the App Store, download the StarTimes app, get yourself, type there, West Nile TV, of course, when your location is in Uganda, and get yourself instantly watching West Nile TV, Whistle Time. Of course, all the street talk has just been ended. Maybe you're traveling in the bus and you need to watch this. Just do that. You'll always be one of the favorite, and you will always be so keen to get all the updates on West Nile TV. My name is Owen. Let's take a break. We'll be right back to give you more of the games and, of course, more of the sports right here.
West Nile TV. May you dare ingamwa.
To either be led and shepherded by Jesus Christ.
Radio Network. He is also with the West Nile Press Association.
Viewer, and welcome to the Viewpoint on West Nile Television.
On the 19th of December 1993, and was ordained a deacon.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Hey, why aren't I up there?
My heart, say you love.
I've watched Sports Club when that saga of Mbabazi.
West Nile Television is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Welcome back from that break, and I want to say you're still watching West Nile TV. The whistle time continues, and my name is Owen. I'm still in for you as a lone striker in this very edition. But of course, a couple of things, being a weekend, probably where next is your weekend. Probably, I want to say also a lot is expected for you to see that you get yourself on West Nile TV, because couple of things are still going to be coming. Remember, it's a weekend. The Chuku Chuku comes with another intensive energy that will be coming right up next this evening. So just get it at 7:30. Keep watching in there. And instantly, quality movies that always keep coming in there from the producers give you the best, because this is West Nile TV and we're lighting up the region. We know what you really need to get into yourself interestingly, and that is where you need to go. If you go from West Nile TV, that means you're missing a lot, because it is one of the interesting moments that one will always love to be home and love what you really want to do. Yeah, and I want to tell you still, you can be part of that is the betting tips, or getting the best betting with BE Tips. Just go, download, or just go to the browser, type www.betips.win, and you'll be instantly in that draw to make sure that you meet millions of money with BE Tips. Let's go away from there and come back to the world of sports. Couple of things keep happening, and out of that, Edward Satulo, the man who had a kick on the Yakin Rashid at Greenlight Stadium. And yesterday we did show you that video that went viral when we were discussing about the issues of how referees are doing their things in there. We did talk about the man by the names of Satulo, who of course had that kick. But this time around, what has happened is that Wakiso Jazz defender here has been fined and of course charged. According to that is the Fifa, Satulo has breached the article 312 of the FIFA competition rules and after international kickoff, after that very big one, after that intentional kick on that is the Nduparaka player. I think it's one thing. It is one thing. After the show yesterday, I left and someone was asking me, you guys, you did a very nice work. I said, why? He said, I loved the way you guys were talking about, and I loved the way that you had clips of this, of this very saga. Yeah, and remember, it was a courtesy to the Nduparaka media. Of course, we always go there and see what happens. But of course, for us, we felt it was. Today, I tried getting up at least a consultancy from referees. Very many referees denied coming. Of course, why? They feel, they were telling me they need to first be permitted to do that, which of course could be genuine. But of course, on all those perspectives, you will see that that kick was really an intentional kick, and it was direct to the chest, but the referee did not award anything, did not even stop any game. Okay, so now the player is being fined, and this is what is going to miss 13 days game, and this is effective from today 10th, that this player will not be part of it. And then FIFA has also said that this, but what about then the management of the club is directed to ensure implementation of the above sanction before they suffer another big one. That is what Federation sent, okay? Yeah, I always get this notification from the PRO of Federation, and I'm always very glad that West Nile TV gets that. Now, this is now for the, let's say, the player. What about the referee? We were talking about players' things, but referees are not normally charged. Why is it that here the referee has not been charged? Or are we seeing Federation coming up with another thing that they are going to be putting forward for the referee? Maybe today, by the end of today, we shall also want to see how this is. But that is a note, a very big note that has come through the Federation, and it is one thing that has come through from that is the FIFA disciplinary committee, or this FIFA disciplinary panel that has put that there. Now let's cross away from there and get into the international stories, and I give you what exactly is happening from all the angles of the international. One of the biggest internationally is about the Formula One, where of course Lewis Hamilton, in his way in there, he did give out, if you go and see how exactly he's doing, he had a ride, he's tried to do so much that he really needs to put forward, because the Grand Prix comes, it is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix that is coming right there. Remember the Saudi Arabia, yesterday we talked about it. He had a very good run and had a very good drive that meant for him that this is what he's supposed to do. This is where I needed always to be. And he has always been a champion, in that is the Saudi Arabia. But this time round, it is the last. He has 18 wins. He has been 18 wins. And then Max Verstappen has 19 wins. And then he has 8 podiums. Max Verstappen has 8 podiums. And then of course this guy, Lewis, has 7, yes. Now, if you look at all this that is happening, you will want to say, who should take? We argued yesterday. But now here intensive races are going on, training sessions are going on, and all the 2 players are active. You know, very many have left out the rest of the players, but of course the focus is on the 2 players. I'm talking about Max Verstappen, who is trying to make history of course, beating a 7-time champions. And Lewis Hamilton is also trying to make another record of making it 8th for himself. So that's where it is, but he did make a speech on his walls, saying that of course it is all about what he really needs to take. This means a lot to him. If he wins, he doesn't know what he's going to be next, but he feels it is one of the biggest moments that the days are coming closer and he needs to put. So we want to see how this will be ending up. But of course, also Max Verstappen is another big move. Now, let's go away from there and go to the football world, where of course things do happen. Jonah's team, I'm talking about Manchester United, is having a key player called Cristiano Ronaldo, who has been in the Champions League, who has been a Champions League hero for quite a long time. He is already being wanted into the rumors. Of course, the transfer rumors state that Cristiano Ronaldo is needed back to, that is, Real Madrid. Real Madrid is looking forward that they need Cristiano Ronaldo in the January. My question is, do you think Cristiano Ronaldo will cross over, and do you think he needs to go there? One, very many have questions about Cristiano Ronaldo going to work with the man by the names of Ralf Rangnick, because Ralf Rangnick's play, or Ralf Rangnick's style of play, means a lot, and it needs young boys. You've seen him there, but he said words after the game that went on. He said Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the players that no one would believe. At 36, he's still doing wonders. You look at the previous game in the Champions League, he gave chance to all the young players, and it's one big thing that is happening. So, do you think Cristiano Ronaldo needs to get back in there? For those who are watching us on, that is the YouTube, you can drop your comments right there and give us. We will be reading them instantly and find out what you think it should be. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo needs to cross back to Real Madrid? That's one of the biggest stories happening there. He had a very good moment. He won Ballon d'Or with Real Madrid. He has also come again back to Manchester United. He did have a good stint at Juventus, though he made moments, but that is not where he expected. Barely after a season, he had to cross over to Manchester United, and he's still scoring. He has 6 goals in the UEFA Champions League, and probably the top. By the way, the number one on that table is Sebastian Haller for Ajax Amsterdam. He has 10 goals, and then followed by Robert Lewandowski, who has 9 goals in that very moment of the UEFA Champions League. So Ronaldo is trying so much. He said this is his level, where Manchester United has reached is his level. But leaving that there now, of course, a couple of stories still keep moving. Borussia Dortmund are also looking forward to see that they need the man by the names of Karim Adeyemi. Karim Adeyemi is one player. Of course, they are looking. Liverpool wants him. Borussia Dortmund wants him. And then, of course, Barcelona also wants him. Yeah, he has been a very key player, 19 years of age, and he has put everything it takes. Everything it takes to see that he gets himself in that way. So he has impressed in his team. Of course, as a winger for Red Bull Salzburg, he has always created chances. He has got himself into the play. He has made himself, and these figures, he has scored 3 goals and 2, of course, assists in that is the Champions League. He's trying so much to see that he gets in there. So this time round, what exactly would he add into the teams, and which team would you think he should go to? Barcelona, Liverpool, or the team of Borussia Dortmund? All this is coming. But of course, Manchester United have also made a contact for João Felix. João Felix is right now at the team of Atletico Madrid under Diego Simeone, and Simeone is a coach who loves João Felix, but he has not been putting him so much because he is one player, creative, young, and interestingly, you will love to see João Felix do everything for you when he is in your team. But how do you play him? So, could we be seeing João Felix rejuvenate his career if he crosses over to Manchester United under the man by the names of, the man by the names of Ralf Rangnick? Because one thing you could say is Ralf Rangnick is merely going to be there for 6 months. And then he takes his position of being a consultant. Now, Erik Tenhack is one of the names very many is talking about. Erik Tenhack. Probably, you could see, if he comes, he also loves building up with the young players. We saw him at the team Ajax, and he's tried his level best, because Nagelsmann crossed over to Bayern Munich. He's doing very well also there. Could we be seeing this come? Could we be seeing maybe the man by the names of Erik Ten Hag, when he comes, he will also love to work with these young players? So, very many, according to what some pundits are saying, it will be merely a very big news because some of these players will not want to listen so much to Rangnick. Why? Because they feel Rangnick only has 6 months. 6 months being into that team of Manchester United may not be enough for them to say that, how do we do it? Now, I only have 6 months. Should we listen because we are going to be having another coach? That is also another thing that is going to be affecting if this man does not take very good book. So how is he going to insert the discipline? So he needs João Felix, whom of course Diego Simeone loved so much. He's 22 years of age. He has struggled, by the way, to impress Diego Simeone's side at Atletico Madrid. He's not the best, you could say. He joined in the summer of 2019, if you remember. He has merely made an impressive move. He has not been that João Felix one could talk about. So can he make something? Could he rejuvenate his career at Manchester United is where someone will be asking and what someone will want to know much about. West Ham United have also expressed, by the way, their interest in Real Madrid winger. I'm talking about Eden Hazard, whom they said now, even though you give us 36 million, we can take Eden Hazard. Remember, they bought him expensively, by the way, at Chelsea Football Club, and now they are saying, no, this is Eden Hazard, and we need to offload him. He's not doing very well. Ever since he crossed over to this team of Real Madrid, he has not been a very good player for that is Real Madrid. He has been injury prone. He's there, but of course teams like West Ham are also in needs of him. Now Manchester City are also ready to rest for that is Chelsea defender Antonio Rudiger. Someone would ask why I'm laughing about Rudiger. When Rudiger came into Chelsea, very many doubted Rudiger, Antonio, just like how Katzuma came into Chelsea. Very many doubted him. And Jose Felix Mourinho was one of the names who said these players, these are physical players, I love them. And then Conte, you saw him. But Antonio Rudiger, ever since then, he came, he has tried proving people, he has scored goals, he has defended, he has done everything that you really want to know from Antonio Rudiger. So it is one big thing. Man City's Pep Guardiola has already shown interest in this player, because he needs Rudiger to cross over and he wants to work with him. Could he bench Kyle Walker is also another thing. Rudiger's loved, fancied playing in the back three of late, and he is one name probably clubs are looking forward now in for because Manchester City has shown interest. Tottenham Hotspur is also rivaling with Arsenal for PSG midfielder Cristiano Ronaldo. He has been a former Liverpool player. He had everything it takes at Liverpool, but this time round Tottenham Hotspur also want him to come in there, and Arsenal are also looking forward now to see. Conte wants to work with this player, and Mikel Arteta wants to work with this player to come and fill that void. Of course, Granit Xhaka is out injured, and probably transfer talks already going on internationally about what exactly is happening, how players, how teams are preparing, how coaches are also trying so much to see that they get themselves players who are going to be very impressive in their system. So clubs are already looking forward. Out of that, Tottenham is one of them, and Gabriel Martinelli passed fit for Southampton. Remember, he had some knock, and of course, the man who is so much doubtful is Smith Rowe. For those who will be following the games tomorrow, we'll be doing some in-depth analysis of the game that will be played in different angles in there. But of course, Smith Rowe and the man by the names of, it would be a doubt. And then of course, but Gabriel Martinelli has been past fit. Late fitness in there now. Aston Villa boss, I'm talking about Steven Gerrard, is returning, by the way, to Anfield in those games, and he said he is not anxious. He's nothing. He has nothing to do. He is even not furious about coming back to Liverpool, and that's one of the biggest things. But of course, ahead of that, we'll be giving you is that the good news is Firmino returns against the Aston Villa clash that will be coming right there, and the load is that when is the Champions League last 16 draws that will be there. Who are involved is another thing we'll be discussing tomorrow. I will be giving you. Yesterday you did see the last game that were played and who could clubs like Manchester United, Man City face. Yeah, that's where we'll be. But of course, interestingly, I want to say let's stop this edition here for today is a Friday edition, and we'll be giving you more. But I keep telling you, we are going to be launching in what is called the Fan Zone very soon. Very soon, the fan zone, where we'll be having fans come through, not only fans who are here, but of course fans who also do support the international stories, yeah, international sports. Maybe you're a Manchester United fan, maybe you are a Liverpool fan, maybe you're a Bayern Munich fan, maybe you're a Sheriff fan, maybe you are a Norwich fan. Please start identifying yourselves, because West Nile TV wants to bring you all what it takes so that you can be very, very good to follow your clubs smoothly, instantly, and talk about your club. What do you think it is? Do you think it's the coach? Do you think it's the fans, or do you think it is some department that is lacking? It's your opinion that you will be giving us right here, and we'll be getting you that. But all the time, you can always keep dropping your messages on the numbers that are scrolling on your screen, on that is so that we can get all those messages. By the way, we know what to do, and then you can go to our social media platform, make sure that platform, drop your messages, drop your concerns. We'll always be happy. And at the same time, the YouTube is always active for you. Now, you can also download the app, the StarTime app, watch West Nile TV every day, instantly get the best actions, best information, best edutainment, entertainment, information. Trust me, you're going to be one of the biggest, probably, who will be right there. So it's all about West Nile TV, and it's all about lighting up the region. My name is Owen. I would love to give you more, but of course my time is not the best, because we need to keep time, and time means a lot. Time is money. Yeah? You only need to do one thing. Go to www.betips.win, and you will be right there to win. Subscribe to West Nile TV YouTube channel, like the pages, go to Twitter, give your information. We are West Nile TV, and we are the Whistle Timers. But now, I am the Whistle Timer right here on West Nile TV. The Whistle Time stops here, and up next will be another interesting moment for you, probably to catch up with interesting movies and, of course, Chuku Chuku at 7:30. Don't miss crazy action today.